Hey there, this is the One Boom, and as long as I've wanted to be on YouTube, Infinity Ward has been being made fun of on the internet, and it's just so tragic I had to make a video about it. From Modern Warfare 3 being considered Modern Warfare 2.5, to Call of Duty Ghosts being seen as ugly and regressive, to Infinite Warfare being seen as lifeless and derivative, to Modern Warfare 2019 being seen as trying too hard to be realistic and far too campy. I'm not saying that's the majority opinion on all of these games. I'm saying when you hear these games criticized, that's often the criticisms you're gonna hear. But I've always had a soft spot for Infinity Ward. I just like the way their gunplay feels. I like a lot of their map design. I like a lot of their gimmicks and things they choose to include. I think Infinite Warfare is better Black Ops 3. I think Call of Duty Ghosts is a lot of the design language things from Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and like introducing them into something that had a lot of dynamicness for a Call of Duty game in terms of class customization and map interactability. I think Modern Warfare 3 is more balanced Modern Warfare 2, if not a little less interesting. And then I think Modern Warfare 2019, while yes is a campier, slower Call of Duty game, I just don't see anything wrong with that. So there you go, you can disregard my opinions entirely right off the bat. Thought I'd make that easy for you. Now you can click away because my opinions are stupid and wrong. But this video isn't going to be me fangirling over Infinity Ward. I might prefer their style of Call of Duty, but I prefer lots of things, who cares? My point that I'm gonna be making in this video is that Infinity Ward still needs to prove themselves. And they've received a ton of very reasonable feedback on the Modern Warfare 2 beta. I think most people are okay with most of what Modern Warfare 2 is, but unfortunately, it's what surrounds Modern Warfare 2 that has everybody's ass a little bit clenched. Too many smoke and particle effects that hurt visibility, too much visual recoil that hurts visibility, no red nameplates also hurting visibility. Footsteps are too loud, no ninja perk, the perk system in general. And other than some meta things that will be revealed as the game is released and we get our hands on everything, really that's about it. Those are most of the complaints I've heard. Change up the perk system, give us a ninja perk, quiet down footsteps a little bit, give us a traditional minimap that shows unsuppressed fire. Tone down all of the super immersive visual crap so that the game is a lot more easy on the eyes when it comes to tracking enemies in gunfights when there's lots of smoke and dust and gunfire going on everywhere. You know, these are the simple things I've heard, and I don't agree with all of the things I just said. I don't agree with every single piece of feedback that I've seen towards the game, but that's not what this video is about, so I'm not gonna mention the things I do disagree with. In my opinion, those things are so simple, why not do them? That's my opinion here. Now, do I think the game would be bad without all those changes? Not really. In my opinion, you put red nameplates above enemy heads, you tone down some of the visual crap, and then you just make the netcode not crappy, which is as specific as I'm gonna be on that. You make the netcode feel better, and I'll be having fun. I'll be able to have fun in Modern Warfare 2's full release with better netcode, less visual garbage, and red nameplates. But Infinity Ward needs to prove themselves to people. That's kind of without saying at this point. Their name is affiliated with a stigma that, while I don't think it's all that fair, it doesn't change the fact that it's happened. And what I think should happen now is Infinity Ward makes strides to be upfront and public about the feedback they're listening to and what they're going to do to adjust things. Not every system they have implemented can just be completely undone and reworked before launch, so put that out of your mind. But like I said, so much of what people are wanting is so reasonable, they need to be upfront and say that that's what they're doing. Infinity Ward needs some good PR. Like, I think it's great that Infinity Ward actually finally addressed disbanding lobbies, because we've been talking about it ever since it became a thing in COD, and the devs have entirely ignored us until now. Now, I've seen some people speculating as to whether or not some of the design decisions are actually from the higher-ups at Activision, not Infinity Ward, and that maybe when Microsoft owns the company, they'll be less restricted and can kind of do whatever the hell they want. It's an interesting idea, but I wouldn't put all of your eggs in that basket. As fun as it is to say this is all Activision's fault, I would also like to remind you that we don't know, and it's just pointless to speculate and throw your fist in the air over something you can't prove. But if and when the Microsoft acquisition goes through, if we see a lot of shakeups to the Modern Warfare 2 gameplay loop, then that would be really telling. Despite a lot of the hyperbole coming from the community, and a lot of the technical issues I had with the beta, it's still one of the smoothest betas I've ever experienced, and the community's been their most rational and reasonable with their requests. And I don't know why they'd be ignored at this point. Like minimap, ninja perk, footsteps, red nameplates, toned down visual crap, that's so just unbelievably, from the COD community, so unbelievably reasonable. The only thing I can see them not doing is adjusting their entire perk system a month before launch. Unless they already have another perk system being worked on or another draft of a different system that they're going to unveil at launch, I don't know. But in between beta weekends, they were able to tone down footstep audio and decrease visual garbage when shooting. And that is really telling to me. After this entire month passes, we could be seeing a really big turnaround for the game. I feel like Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer was using campaign assets for footstep audio, particle effects, smoke, and gunfire, and all of that stuff just seemed really campaign-oriented. Like when you get shot and your screen goes completely blurry for a second, that feels like a campaign thing, not a multiplayer thing. Again, we'll have to see at launch and probably a little bit afterwards, and that's the next thing I want to talk about. Hey guys, it's the annual Boom's a Giant Activision shill update. So, I never really expect a Call of Duty game to be great until around end of February, because when the game launches end of October, they only have until end of November, and then it's holiday season. Like, good luck getting major changes and bug fixes out throughout Thanksgiving and Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, New Year's, and I'm sorry if it sounds like shill talk, but this pattern has repeated with every single AAA shooter that releases at the end of fall, early winter. Anticipating a game to launch perfectly, or anticipating the game to be fixed promptly throughout the holiday season, it's two things that are so stupid to me. Just, if you're worried about the game not being perfect, don't buy it at launch. And if you're worried about the game not getting fixed really quickly, don't buy it directly after launch during the holiday season, and then you can talk. If you're going to buy it anyway and then bitch and complain that it's not perfect, I don't know what to tell you, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but it must be sealed pretty tight around the edges if you think that this pattern is going to change anytime soon among any AAA FPS developers. Not happening. And it's funny because if you complain about any AA games, like let's say Insurgency Sandstorm, people will come and say, hey, it's not a full AAA team, so give them some slack. And then when it's the holiday season, a AAA team is apparently supposed to work right through that to make sure your Call of Duty experience is, oh, just so perfect. Like, dev teams are only human if they're AA. As soon as they're AAA, there's no excuse. My electronic toy needs to work perfectly 100% of the time, otherwise I want a refund. Yeah, keep buying them every year and then keep telling me that in my comment section. Like, I'm the reviewer here, aren't I supposed to be the one throwing a big hissy fit over this? Why do I have to be the one that says, hey, it's not gonna be perfect, kids. Let's critique it where we can, but be reasonable with our critiques. Why do I have to say that? I don't wanna say that, I just wanna throw a fit. Throw a fit, do an all caps title, big angry version of me in the thumbnail, just shaking my fist, getting real pissed off, and then, you know, just, that'd be really cool. Rake in the revenue that way. But I mean, come on guys, it's not like every Call of Duty game is Halo Infinite, right? That's topical. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. This is my general opinion. To summarize, because this video is a little messy, Infinity Ward could really easily gain back a lot of trust. Infinity Ward could really easily fix their image by implementing some of the most reasonable requests and listening to some of the most reasonable feedback we've ever seen. It doesn't matter that I don't agree with all the feedback. It doesn't matter that I like Infinity Ward COD games more than Treyarch and Sledgehammer COD games. What matters is people be unhappy and their requests are really reasonable. And my reasonable request is that you like and subscribe if you want to, leave a super thanks. If you want to use the links in the description to help out my channel, that's good too. And if you're feeling really frisky, hit the bell icon, get notified when I live stream. And that's the end of this video. See you when I see you. Goodbye.